Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3. Well, last time, we joined up with Karlach, and upon joining the team, her first suggestion was, let's go and fight a level 5 paladin, and, as you can see, that was a cocky, terrible idea. Seriously, I don't know what the cock they're feeding paladins in Faerûn, but these guys are not kidding about. So yes, we begin today technically victorious, but also kind of out of both health and spell slots, which is not great. However, there are upsides. For example, loot. We never actually looked at the loot we got off of that ridiculous Mega Paladin, so, right, the sort of justice he would have given us for killing Karlach, but we just took it off his corpse, so, 2d6 slashing, and it's a great sword, so, right. That's pretty much going to be for Lae'zel. Let's just go over to her so we can properly compare those. Yeah, it's identical to her existing greatsword, but with weapon enchantment +1, yeah, you're going to get more accuracy and also more damage out of it. Lovely. And on top of that, Tear's Protection, level 1 spell. Hang on, what have you just gained? Oh, that's, what's it called? Shield of Faith, I believe. So, yeah, she's just got the ability to boost her own armor class by 2. Recharge with a short rest, and that's until a long rest, so, oh, that's lovely. Yeah, just literally put that on yourself at the start of the day, and you can just have that, basically, permanently. And she needs concentration, but Lae'zel doesn't have any other spells, so she's not concentrating on anything, so, okay, that's gonna work very nicely for you. I mean, technically, Karlach is a barbarian, like Lae'zel is a fighter. Yeah, she's got skills in basically every type of weapon going, so I could give it to Karlach, but... okay, I'm gonna be honest. To me, swords just don't feel like the sort of weapon a barbarian should be using. Like, I'm not 100% sure I'm even keen on great axes. To my mind, barbarians should be using bludgeoning weapons, a giant club or whatnot. And thinking about it, actually, that might be quite useful, because different damage types are good against different types of enemies. And we do have this two-handed giant warhammery thing right here that Lae'zel's got, so, oh yeah, Karlach, a giant hammer. Now that I feel like is more appropriate, and, as I say, bludgeoning I'm pretty sure works really well against, like, skeletons and whatnot. So, alright, variety of damage types. Arya and Astaria with piercing, Lae'zel with slashing, Karlach with bludgeoning. That's actually useful. And on top of that, as Karlach just does a nice little dance there. I love how she just dances, that's marvellous. Gale's leveled up, even though, like, no one else has. Presumably as a result of, yes, bonus experience from inspirations or whatnot, though, okay, Gale's weird to level up. Because I know I'm going to be asked to select new spells for him, but, like, there's no point selecting spells, which in theory, I could just learn from scrolls. So, right, let's just, like, you know, make sure we've got everything we want in our spellbook before we actually, you know, make any choices in the level up. So, well, I've not taken it yet. That acid arrow does look pretty powerful, and some enemies might be weak to acid, so, okay, go on. You can have that, and then mirror image. Create duplicates of yourself that distract attackers. Each duplicate increases your armor class by 3, so, oh! That's a flipping lot of bonus AC, if there's 3 of them and everyone increases it by 3, so, okay, you can have that as well. I feel like we're spending money on nothing, but just powering up Gale here. Every flipping time I spend money, it's just giving Gale more and more spells. Still, with the scrolls checked off, let's get Gale leveling up here, and, okay, on this occasion, not just flipping spells, also, you gain a new cantrip. That's lovely. So, right, hang on. Your existing cantrips are, I think, Firebolt, the Ice one, and Mage Hand, isn't it? I think that's the case, yes. Oh, and I tell you what, I'm going to give you, sir, Poison Spray. And I've got a reason for that, actually. Because, yeah, the damage on that is pretty good. We could potentially make that a little bit better. So right, over to your spells, and bloody hell, wizards can learn so many spells. Okay, what I'm definitely taking immediately is Magic Missile. Because that spell, yeah, fires 3 darts that can be targeted at different individuals, and they never miss. And yeah, I've run into enough scenarios where there's like, you know, just an enemy floating around with like 1 hit point remaining. We're just guaranteeing that they go down and thus can't get their next attack in is bloody useful. So yeah, you're definitely getting Magic Missile. Beyond that, yeah, what else would it be good for you to know, good sir? You know what? After my run-in with those spiders, I'm kind of interested in web. So yeah, create a bigger circle on the ground that is webbed up, that's flammable, so I can, like, you know, set it on a fire later if I want to. Yeah, it's going to slow down enemies because it's difficult terrain. And on top of that, if enemies do get enwebbed by it, then all of a sudden, all attack rolls against them have got advantage. And they've got disadvantage on dexterity saving throws, their attack rolls have disadvantage. I'm going to give that a go. So yeah, we'll put those 2 new spells in immediately, together with Find Familiar, Mage Armor, Sleep, and the Ray of Fire McGibble. Together with Hold Person, which I really should try out at some point. Oh, though, hello, Saxy. Right, apparently at level 4, you gain something new. A feat, and cock me, there's a lot of them. Right, so this is a single, yeah, powerful ability, but this is not like just for wizards. Plenty of these aren't really, like, relevant to Gale, so I've just got to dig through all of these and find, yeah, the ones that are a bit more relevant to me. Oh, and there's one for Arya, by the way, when she hits level 4. So, okay, Charisma goes up by 1, and also, proficiency bonuses doubled for Deception and Performance. Okay, well, not for you, Gale, but yeah, I know who is going to be taking that one. So yeah, Alert's kind of nice. A +5 to Initiative just means basically, yeah, I could just get a really early spell off, because Gale's going to end up going really early in the turn order. He could also, yeah, take magic from different schools, but only 1 level 1 spell and 2 cantrips, which isn't really that exciting. And on top of that, yeah, the spellcasting ability would be Wisdom, not Gale's Intelligence. So, yeah, Charisma for Sorcerer, Charisma again for Warlock. That's not really useful to him, no. Ah, now here's a good one for a caster, though. Warcaster. Gain advantage on saving throws to maintain concentration. So yeah, if you've got a concentration spell going on, at that point, you can keep it going much more easily, even if someone's trying to interrupt you. Though honestly, this one right at the top is pretty bloody tempting as well. Ability improvement, yeah, just basically increasing ability by 2 or 2 abilities by 1, up to 20. So I just immediately get my intelligence up to, like, 19. Which would, yeah, mean my intelligence went up from a +3 on basically everything to +4. Honestly, that's going to be, like, difficult to beat. Question is, yeah, would it be better to maybe go up to 14 for dexterity? So, yeah, I get a little bit more to initiative. You know what? I'm just going to take intelligence up to 19. And I know that's wasteful because, yeah, you're no stronger at 18 than 19. But it does mean I'm only 1 away from hitting intelligence 20. So if I find, like, you know, the boots of +1 intelligence, then I'll hit 20. So I'm just going to do that. I feel like, yeah, Gale going up to +4 on intelligence rather than +3. That's not bad. As for the health thing, meanwhile, yeah, that we can sort out with 1... a short rest, and the rest of it with, yes, Arya's Song of Rest, which I always forget is actually a thing that exists, but it does exist. And there we go, we now all feel much better. And hilariously, yes, the rest of the party is like 14 experience away from leveling up, and I think I know precisely where we can get that 14 XP. So yeah, we can come back to the Risen Road later. There's a lovely fast travel point right here outside of this building. But yeah, back to the Blighted Village for just a minute. Now if I recall, yeah, just round the corner here, there was a sleeping level 3 scrawny bugbear, who for some reason is just marked as red on the compass immediately. So, okay, everybody just get down for a second. Oh, and hilariously, yes, I'd forgotten this. Sleeping creatures, not only do you get advantage against them, every hit from point-blank range is an automatic critical. So, oh good sir, I'm so sorry, but you're in trouble right now. Okay, Karlach, welcome to the party. Please murder this sleeping enemy who is completely cocky defenseless. In we go with your brand new hammer and... Okay, well, he's pretty bloody wounded, though, amazingly, he doesn't appear to have realised we're here. And also, it is Mr. Nibbles' turn, so go, Mr. Nibbles, go! Gosh darn it, the bugbear was able to work around it. But that's fine. Right, lays out. You're up next, just sneaking over here, and then one big slash in the rear. And there we go. There's the flipping level up for everyone apart from Lazao. Lazao, what the cock are you doing right now? Right, she's still 44 XP away for some reason. Okay, that's fine. Aria's level up, however, is, I think, the interesting one. Oh, though speaking of Aria, it's time for an episode of Let's Talk All About the Things That John Got Wrong. Specifically on the topic of, yes, the Book of Evil. Because you see, there's good news and bad news about the Book of Evil. The bad news is, yes, I read this as +1 bonus to wisdom saving throws, and then also +1 to all ability checks. And I'm pretty sure that's not the case. That wisdom applies to the saving throws and the ability checks. Because yeah, it says on wisdom, +1 from forbidden knowledge, but on intelligence, that's not there. So as a result of that, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only these skills I'm getting the +1 against. Which is still good, but not as good as I thought it was. On the other hand, however, the good news, apparently the book taught me Speak with Dead. Which I already knew because I've got it off the necklace. But the fact I've now got it in general means that, yeah, I could take that necklace off and put on a different necklace that's got a different effect. So, yeah, this is just good because it means I've still got the ability to speak to dead, but I've opened up a new apparel slot. Oh, and on the topic of equipment, yes, Gale, sorry, I was just saying a second ago, I just gave you a brand new ability. You've now got the cantrip Poison Spray, which is, yeah, 1d12 for poison damage. Pretty generous because it's a melee skill. However, we've also got the Poisoner's Robe. So if I just give that to Gale right now, I'm going to be honest, I don't love the way it looks, but okay, we'll deal with that in just a second. Yeah, presumably, that means the poison spray, when we actually use it, will deal an additional 1 to 4 points of damage. And as of course, cantrips don't count as spells, but surely they should, so... Okay, we'll test that the next time we run into an enemy, though. Seriously, I don't love the way this looks. Luckily, we could change that. Because yes, if we just return to the Emerald Grove for a second... Here we flippy go. Pretty much every store here is selling various dyes. So yeah, we can take this robe and make it a more palatable colour. And here's the thing about this robe, which is, yeah, it's got a spider design on it, centered on the chest. Which does make me think, it is rather like Spider-Man's suit, isn't it? So if I could find like a really vibrant red and blue to put on this thing, Gale could basically be Magical Spider-Man. Okay, tragically there's no, red dye here. Purple, however, could work for Aria. And I tell you what, Gale, you can also have, a staff that gives you Create Water. Because based on what I saw previously with Shadowheart, I feel like potentially I should be using that more often. Like, that could be powerful. So yeah, for 270 gold, you can have that. So yeah, take this Robe of Summer, say, and then just to combine it with, the purple dye. And all of a sudden, that just becomes purple with, like, pink and white highlights. And, oh, that's much better. Like, that's proper many a true nerd colours. Right, same deal with the hat, please. Just to combine that together, and presumably that will become... It's a bit less purple than I was hoping for, but still, it's not bad. Okay, I can't deny. I can't deny that, you could just basically re-dye anything, including special unique enchanting gear. But, yeah, Gale, we've got to do something about this, mate. This is not a good look for you. Yeah, what we do have is a giant pile of baby blue and gold. And it's not Spider-Man, but... Okay, might be alright. Let's just, put this in here. I mean, it's going to be better than this really ugly green colour. So just combine that and... I mean, it's kind of awful and tacky, but I like it better. That's certainly true. Oh, yeah, that's incredibly tacky. Like, that's a good starting point, but I think we could do better. Oh, and that does remind me, while we're just like, playing dress up and whatnot, Karlach, you cannot be happy wearing this old scruffy outfit. Because, as a barbarian, she doesn't want to wear armour. So right now she's just wearing this, tattered barbarian clothing. And I feel like, she doesn't have to anymore. She's not, like, trapped in a hell where everything's on fire. We should get her something nicer. And right now, Gale's wearing that robe, so he doesn't really need his camp clothes or whatnot. So, just hang on, no. Swap those round, please. Swap those round. Okay, we'll find something better for you in the long run, Karlach. But I think, this nicely covers up, your glowing heart, the thermal exhaust ports on your arm and whatnot. Like, this just looks nice and cozy. I feel like Karlach deserves something nice and comfortable, damn it. Though this does mean that, yes, when he's back in camp, Gale's going to be wearing, the scruffy stuff that Karlach just gave him, so... Okay, we need to find Gale something new to wear as well. What I'm really looking for is, like a fluffy dressing gown or something for Karlach. That'd be ideal, but this will do as a starting point. Also, I just remembered, though we did just come to town to, like, buy dyes and play dress up with my characters. We're supposed to be coming here, because, yes, Damon, the tiefling blacksmith, he's here, like Karlach specifically asked to see him, so... Okay, sorry, kind of forgot about that, I was just here to do shopping, but yes, while we're passing by...
Thought I sensed an inferno around here. But you aren't from Elturel. What's your story?
I spent a good bit of time in the Hells. Enlisted against my will by the Archdevil Zariel. Same as you, I suppose, if you're from Elturel. The devils were delighted when your city was swallowed up. I thought they had you for keeps. Glad you got out.
I got lucky. It looks like you did too. And... you brought some infernal machinery with you.
A little gift from Zariel. Keeps me burning hot.
Very hot by the smell of it. Might be burning out a piston ring or leaking oil. Mind if I take a listen?
Be my guest. But don't get too close or your eyes will melt shut.
Phew! You really are burning up. Whoever put that engine together tried to house metallurgized Demano valves inside a Ragnak's alloy casement. Very risky. I might be able to help, but I'd need infernal iron. And a prayer that my hammer will survive the work. That thing isn't meant to operate outside of Vernus. I'm not sure how much longer it'll keep running the way it's going.
Will you be able to turn down the temperature a little? Worried I'm gonna go in for a handshake and singe someone's arm off one of these days.
I'd worry about surviving the night first. But help one, help both. If we can cool you off, it'll stabilize your engine and allow you to touch whomever you please.
Hey, soldier. I think we picked up some of that infernal iron already. What say you? Should I give it to him?
And we did. We got it from, the blacksmith underneath the Blighter village. So, alright, this is all coming together nicely. And 100% my new friend. Let's see what this guy can do.
Please let this work.
The weight of it. And that blaze of chaos. Can't imagine this where my heart should be. Must be quite the experience. Give me just a moment. And I think... There. You'll have to install it, I'm afraid. I don't think there are thick enough gloves in all the realms to protect from that kind of heat.
That feels... good. I'm still burning hot as hell's hole, but I feel less... changeable. Cheers, mate.
Pleasure. And as for the heat, I haven't got any solutions now, but I'm not giving up. Could be if the combustion chamber had its own insulation, or if we had some kind of enchanted coolant. find me again in Baldur's Gate. If I'm worth my salt, I'll have figured something out by then. Take care, Karlach. And hopefully the next time I see you, I'll have something promising to report. Pocket any infernal iron you find along the way,
Okay, so we've made some excellent progress right there with Karlach, though, yeah, by the sounds of it, one, there's still more work to do, and two, we've now got a very good reason to make absolute double sure that the druids don't murder all these guys. Because if they do, this guy dies as well, and then Karlach might be in a lot of trouble. Anyway, how are you feeling, Karlach? Are you doing better? Because I'm so glad you're wearing, like, you know, a nice purple dressing gown at the minute. That's delightful.
Damon's upgrade didn't cool me down, but it did juice me up. I don't think I've ever felt more powerful.
Okay, she might be even stronger potentially. We'll need to look at her character sheet in just a second. And yeah, maybe, just maybe, more upgrades would make her stronger yet as well.
Sooner rather than later would be good. I feel like I'm burning serious fuel.
Okay, I mean, that sounds bad. If you're feeling better but burning fuel faster, that could be, like, a problem. Yeah, like, could we find just fuel to keep you going? Like, do you have a fuel meter somewhere?
That's what I like to hear. Now, let's trot. Standing still is making my skin itch.
Oh, is it just murder? Is murder her fuel? Possibly murder's her fuel. Oh, and hello, sexy. Damon here has got very bright, glowing red dye. Oh, that's exactly what I wanted. And for only 150 gold, I wouldn't say no to, yeah, a shield that also comes with bonus to saving throws. Okay, we're burning through money a little bit on the fast side here. Oh, though, speaking of which, on the way out. Okay, this guy's are also selling the Ring of Flinging. Bonus to throw damage, and that was, yeah, something that, hang on. Yes, Karlach, you're supposed to be good at, though admittedly I've not really done any throwing so far, so... Okay, let's go back to camp and try and figure out a throwing, so we've got, like, some target dummies set up in camp. Because, yeah, this might be the advantage that Karlach's got over Lae'zel. Lae'zel's an incredible badass when it comes to battering stuff with a sword, but in ranged combat, she's a bit on the flimsy side, because, yeah, her dexterity's just not very good. But if Karlach is a badass, you know, when it comes to smashing things, but can also throw very well, then she's got a good ranged option. So yeah, just grab some generic junk out of the chest here, so if you throw a skull at an enemy, then, yeah, does that even count as, like, an attack? I don't know if it does, but... Flipping Scratch just came and grabbed the skull and then decided to bring it back. Scratch, you're such a good boy. I love you so much. And yeah, it's not just stuff in your inventory. You could pick up, like, anything and toss it at something else, though that did... Okay, hang on. The wooden drunkard took damage, but the dummy didn't. Ah, but any attack against this thing does 0 damage because it's a dummy, so... Well, that's not very bloody useful. Okay, team, I am very sorry about this, but we are about to, like, you know, have a long rest anyway, so it's fine. So, right, Ari just avoided that, and... Love how Scratch is facilitating this process. This is fine. Just keep tossing skulls at Aria. So, okay, Karlach threw skull, but it didn't do any damage. Okay. That's absolutely fine. Let's try something that's meant to be thrown, because daggers have got the thrown tag. Possibly, yeah, throwing, like, you know, stuff that's not really meant to be thrown isn't going to do much in the way of good work. So, once again, I am so sorry about this, but... Okay, Scratch, you're about to bring the dagger back to me, and... Scratch, you're such a good boy. Thank you for helping me potentially murder Aria here. So, let's go over to the combat log and see what actually just happened here. So, yeah, my attack roll is a standard d20 with my proficiency and my strength modifier. My damage roll, meanwhile, was, yeah, 1d4 doubled to 2 because it was a crit, plus my strength modifier. So, yeah, between 1 and 4 plus strength, which normally wouldn't be that much damage, but if I could find a more powerful thrown weapon, it would be better. But with that new ring we just picked up for an additional d4, just to toss that at Arya and... Okay, it missed, but that's fine because Scratch is going to bring it back and just playing with Scratch while tossing knives at Arya. This is the best thing. Arya, stop dodging out the way. That's 8 damage. That's a little bit more impressive. So, yeah. 1d4 damage, plus my strength modifier, plus another 2 damage, which was another d4 from the throwing boost. And now we're getting into some actually alright numbers. If I was under the effect of normal rage, that would add another 2 to, yeah, any thrown item. But under Giant's Rage, that goes up to plus 4. So yeah, basically a standard thrown dagger for Karlach under the effect of her rage is 1d4 plus another d4 plus 4. And that's just a basic dagger. That's not bad, you know. So yeah, that's 6 to 12 damage if I've calculated that right. Meanwhile, Arya's light crossbow is 3 to 10. So, okay. Basically, yeah, going forwards, we're just going to give Karlach a giant pile of knives that she carries around with her to toss at her enemies. And then we just collect them at the end of the fight, because we know they don't get destroyed, because, you know, Scratch has been bringing them back to me after I toss them into Arya, so... oh, this is gonna be good. Right, and speaking of which, Karlach, you now get to level up as well. You could go straight up to Barbarian level 4, so... okay, for you that's a fairly boring level. It is literally nothing but, yeah, 10 hit points, and time for your feat as well. Though, this one's going to be trickier, because it feels like most of these feats, like 80% of them, are focused on, you know, physical fighters. Magic users don't get that much. Now, this is tempting. Great Weapon Master, so if you get a crit, or kill a target with a melee weapon attack, you get another melee weapon attack as a bonus action that turn. Okay, and on top of that, there is a, yeah, feature you can turn on or off that could give you 10 bonus damage, albeit at the cost of -5 to attack roll. But if, say, you've got someone who's been put to sleep, you're guaranteed to hit anyway, so... okay, that's very bloody tempting. As is Martial Adept, so yeah, these are the superiority Battlemaster moves that Lae'zel's got, and we know from experience those are ridiculously good. Though yeah, you only get 2 maneuvers. Though honestly, yeah, 2 maneuvers is still powerful. And then the Savage Attacker, so when doing melee weapon attacks, roll damage twice and use the higher result, so that's just advantage on every damage melee roll in the game. That's ridiculously good. Okay, this is going to be difficult. Oh, but hang on, we might have a winner here. Tavern Brawler. When you make an unarmed attack, use an improvised weapon, or throw something, your strength modifier is added to the damage and attack roll again. Which, for me, is +3, and probably will be +4 at some point in the somewhat near future, so... okay, yes, we've got to take that. That's too hilarious not to take, especially given... sorry, I didn't even see that that came with, yes, an additional point. But apparently it comes with an additional point, which obviously is going into strength, so that's actually +4 to basically, yes, all of my attack and damage rolls for improvised weapons and throwing. Oh, and gosh darn it, the game wants me to level up Arya right now. I'm gonna be honest, game, that's no longer what I'm excited about. No, we'll come back to that later. Because, yes, just going over to, you know, flipping a Lae'zel here. 75% chance to hit Lae'zel. 85 to hit Astarion, and also Arya, so, bloody hell, that's pretty good. Just toss that at Lae'zel, and...
Jackass, do you wish to make an enemy of me?
Did you just do 15 cocking damage with a single cocking throw knife? Because... right, I'm pretty happy with that. And yes, as for improvised melee weapon, that's just, yeah, like picking up something and then using it to whack someone else. So grab this candle, and then... that was pretty good, actually, though. Love Scratch just coming over to, like, you know, grab the thing and bring it back to me. That's wonderful. So, okay. I think I've made good choices today, aside from the fact I've been, like, you know, repeatedly wounding my own team, because apparently it's the only way to properly test out weapon damage. Right, Arya, sorry, let's do your level up now, because yes, I know precisely what feat you're getting right now. Because, yeah, we saw Actor previously, though, no. It's not your character hitting level 4, it must be your class hitting level 4. So yeah, I can either be a level 3 bard or a level 2 sorcerer. I have no way of getting either class up to level 4 right now, so right, I'm behind on my feats because I decided to multi-class, but okay. I think I know what I want to do here, alright? Finally, I get to pick a cocking subclass. Like, you know, some people have had subclasses since part cocking 1, but finally, I get to have one. And yes, I think I know what it's gonna be. Because, yeah, we've got College of Swords, which is all about, you know, stabbing stuff with swords or whatever, as far as I'm concerned. College of Valor, that seems to be focused on, yeah, improving your bardic inspiration and making it much stronger in combat. Then a College of Glamour, which is about, yeah, buffing your opponents with magic or whatnot. And finally, the College of Law, which is the one all about skills and also magic. So, oh yeah, that's the one for me. Plus, on top of that, we've got Cutting Words. Use your wit to distract a creature and sap its confidence. I don't know what that means, but okay, we'll figure it out as we go. The point is that, yes, on account of me making that choice, I can now give, yeah, 3 skills, proficiency, and 2 skills, expertise, which is just proficiency doubled. So presumably, yeah, that's what that actor feat I just saw is going to do. And that was... hang on, no. Absolutely not deception and performance, because I'm pretty sure I'm about to get those for free anyway. What I think I should do is, yeah, definitely go for intimidation. In fact, possibly double intimidation. Because intimidation plus 7 with advantage basically means if intimidation shows up, I can be pretty confident I'm passing that. That's my safe option. That's not a bad idea, to be honest. And as for, yeah, the other proficiencies... okay. Arcana has been showing up a lot. Like, seriously, that one never stops showing up. So, yeah, we should take that. The wisdom ones, like over here, those are already getting an additional +1 from Forbidden Knowledge. So let's not worry about them. I should probably take at least, yeah, proficiency in Persuasion, even if I don't want to take Expertise. Now, the other expertise, that's difficult. There's an argument for Sleight of Hand, because Astarian's not always going to be with us, but then again, you can just, like, burn through lockpick kits. That's fine. So, proficiency is probably fine in that regard. So, yeah, who gets the other bit of expertise? I'm gonna be honest, I've kind of been enjoying Investigation. Like, Investigation is kind of badass, so... yeah, you know what? I'm kind of okay with that. That's pretty good. And on top of that, we've got spells, and... okay. I think I know what I want to get out of, yeah, this set of spells, which is... I want an explosion. Like, pointing at an area and saying, everybody in that area takes damage. Because I don't have one of those right now. And against, say, those mini-spiders, that would have been a really bloody useful. Oh, and this isn't an explosion, but that is sexy right there. Heat metal, so... cause weapon or armor to glow red hot, forcing the wearer to let go of it, or receive disadvantage on their attack rolls and ability checks. Okay, that's really cocky sexy, so... actually, you know what, John? You do have a replace spell option here, so... honestly, I've not used Healing Word for so long, and that's not much healing. Can I use that to trade in, like, a higher tier spell? I can. Okay. That's interesting. So, right, let's not worry about that for now. So, yeah, I can basically take 2 higher tier spells if I want to. But, yeah, is there, like, even a big explosion-y McJibble that we've got here? There we go! Shatter. Damages all nearby creatures and objects. Up to 24 damage, 3d8. And, yeah, like, inorganic creatures have disadvantage on their saving throw. which if they were to pass would mean they take half damage. So it always does something. You can't avoid damage. So, yeah, I'm going to take that just so I've got an explosion. And I'm also going to, yeah, get rid of a healing word because 47 healing just isn't that much anymore. And we're swimming in potions and we've got, like, healers. And I can heal using my magic hat, so that's fine. And yeah, I'm going to trade that out for heat metal because that's just too hilarious not to take. Oh, and while charging up my inventory, yes, that does remind me. Oh, Gale. That is spectacular. He is properly wearing Spider-Man colours now. And as for that lovely baby blue and gold, oh yeah. You know what, I think that really suits Karlach, like a lovely baby blue and gold for her new dressing gown that she's wearing. Though, on the topic of clothes, not like 100% sure we've quite got enough to go round, so... Okay, so Gale's just going to be, strutting around like this for the time being. Okay, this feels wrong and weird. We need to sort that out. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, as a temporary solution, Astarion is going to wander around topless and with torn trousers. So I feel like that is something he would do, meaning as a result, Gale can wear a flouncy shirt, which again feels perfectly reasonable. And while we're in camp, okay, I'm guessing you've got something to say about that whole Karlach not dying thing.
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly.
And right, once again, you're speaking in slightly flouncy terms right now, Wyll. Let's just, lay it out here. What's going on, and how do we fix it?
It means that a reckoning's coming. And I'll be the one to pay up. One night soon, when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance.
Oh. Right, because hang on. You're a warlock, meaning you did a deal with the fiends. That's where your magic powers came from. And I'm guessing, yes, the deal you did was, hey, let me hunt down demons, but you were an idiot and a bit, vague on the wording, so therefore you were sent to hunt down actually super chill friendly demons, but the bill needs to be paid anyway, so... Oh, Wyll, I feel like you've made some bad decisions in the past.
You're not in any danger, I promise. I can't say the same about me.
Right, so bad things are, well, I was about to say, about to happen. Apparently, yes, at the start of the game, there are many events that can happen while you're resting at camp, meaning there might be a few queued up, like Wyll might have to wait his cooking turn while everyone else is dealing with their tragic backstory. Still, speaking of which, let's, end the day and move towards night. And hello, sexy. Wyll might have been completely spot on. It looks like it actually is his turn.
Hellfire. She's coming.
Wyll, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
Gods damn it. Anyone but her.
Okay, so... 1, that'll be the fiend. And 2, I'm now understanding why Wyll possibly made an ill-advised deal. Like, I'd probably have been somewhat distracted while making that deal as well. That's fine. So... Okay, apparently I can, flirt with her if I want to. You know what, fair enough, I'm gonna see what the response to that is. Wyll's probably not gonna be happy.
You flatterer. Why, if I had a warm heart, I'm sure it would be skipping. Call me Mizora. I'm Wyll's patron, the fount of his power. My pet's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Wyll. But Karlach's still breathing.
I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after.
That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlach, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless.
Karlach meets the criteria by virtue of having no heart.
Right. So it sounds like, yes, this wasn't just a vaguely worded deal. There was a full contract, it's just Wyll didn't bloody read it properly, so... oh, Wyll, read the cocky small print, my friend. So, okay. I'm guessing, oh dear, we shouldn't, like, try and attack Mizora. I feel like possibly Mizora is well above our pay grade for the time being. Maybe later we could beat her up, but yeah, if you're, like, on first name nip round for a cup of sugar terms with Zariel, who, as I understand it, is a very big deal, yes, possibly we should just play nice for now. And yeah, just out of interest, what are you actually after? Like, what happens to Wyll as a result of not doing the thing he was supposed to do?
The point? Oh, yes. Thanks for the reminder.
Wyll burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms.
Get used to the new form, pet.
There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo.
Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade.
Karlach, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you. Oh, and Wyll, don't forget,
Our pact still stands.
ta-ta.
Okay, so I'm guessing Wyll wants to talk, and... right, Scratch, I'd maybe go over to Wyll and give him a hug right now. I feel like he could do with some extra cuddles or whatnot. He better not be complaining too loudly about the horns, by the way, because I'm just sitting over here with horns. And as I understand it, tieflings don't, like, naturally have horns or anything. We just kind of got them after we were dragged into hell during that whole Elturel business or whatnot. So, he better not, you know, start off with, oh my goodness, I'm so hideous. Because if so, I'm gonna slap him. I'm also a tiny bit concerned that, yeah, so as just mentioned, that's not the end of the pact. Suggesting there might be more people on his kill list he's got to go after yet. And they probably don't deserve it either. So, okay. We'll start with Wyll, given he's the one who just went through a fairly traumatic experience, one assumes.
God's damn her straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mizora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
Warlock pacts tend to be unforgiving from what you know of them. Wyll was lucky he didn't face a more severe punishment.
Now that's interesting. Potentially, yeah, there's some reason Mizora didn't go further. And yeah, this also explains why previously he was all goody two-shoes. It's important that that idea of being a hero is a big deal to him, because I'm guessing now he's got, like, you know, the horns, the red eye, etc, etc. People aren't going to be willing to accept that anymore. Warlocks seem to have a bit of a bad reputation. And you know what? While I'm kind of punching him while he's down, I do feel somewhat aggrieved that you, yes, gave me a really condescending lecture about devils and Raphael, etc, etc. But you did precisely the same thing yourself.
I deserve that. Consider me properly shamed. It's Mizora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds. But I promise you, Every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast.
So right, good intentions, but it did not work out well. 'Cause you didn't read the cocking small print, so... yeah. Let's hear what else is in this pact.
I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mizora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mizora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word.
Right. So he can't tell me that's one of the terms of the deal, but apparently, yeah, he doesn't regret it. Something to dig into down the line, I'm assuming. Oh, how are you feeling, by the way? Like, do you have a headache on account of the horns coming out?
It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck, not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentionable places. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see?
Yes, I feel like, oh, I'm gonna be honest, I'm surprised there isn't like a tiefling-specific response saying, oh yeah, those bumps and whatnot, you get used to them, you're just gonna need a lot of talcum powder going forward. So, okay. I'm gonna say, yeah, you're still the Blade of Frontiers, precise as you were before. The horns don't matter to who you are inside.
It's because you know the heart lurking under the horns. The people will see a curiosity, maybe even a beast hungry for their souls. But I will slay their monsters, keep them safe, and one day they will see the Blade of Frontiers again.
You know what? He's actually, taking this pretty well, and that does make me respect him more. Oh, and hilariously, that might not even be like the primary event this evening, given that normally happens after you turn in for the night. There's very often like an overnight event, so... okay, we'll have to see about that, and... Mr. Nibbles is just hanging out over here in... Mr. Nibbles, are you drinking blood right now? Gale, we need to have a word about your rat. Right, sorry. Karlach, I'm guessing you've got something to say as well.
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Wyll hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that.
So, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, he is taking this sufficiently well that does suggest a lot of, strength of character, or whatnot.
You can say that again. When he was chasing me through Avernus, I thought he was just another sad merc. How wrong I was.
So alright, not much from her on this occasion, though, yes, you're new to the camp, there might be a little bit more floating around. And yeah, we don't necessarily need to go through everything right now, but bare minimum, yeah. How did you actually, end up with this contraption instead of a heart?
The year, 10 air. The place, a sleepy little town called Baldur's Gate. Our hero, Karlach, a knock-kneed delinquent from the outer city, with everything to give and nothing to lose. I was a kid looking for a way to fill my days and make some cash when I fell into the wrong crowd. Worked for a guy I respected. A lot. Turns out the feeling wasn't mutual. Through the jigs and the reels, he made a deal with Zariel behind my back. You know Zariel, right? Archdevil of Avernus. She put this thing in my chest and set me to work. Well, to war. I learned quick how to stay alive. And the engine served me when it came to killing devils. 10 years of that. The stories I could tell.
Right. And I'm guessing there's a bossing question. We're going to need to track that person down when the time is right, aren't we?
Guy named Gortash. Politician. Inventor. One of these wheeler-dealer types who seems to have a finger in every pie. I guess I was naive to think everything he got up to was above board. What did I know? I saw a job. A good job. With people I liked. Doing work I was good at. Sometimes I'm jealous of that girl. Ugh, to feel so invincible again.
Right. So, yeah. Gortash. Keep your eyes open for someone named that. And, you know what? I will address this one right now. You and Mizora seem sort of familiar with each other.
We were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice. Me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but I wasn't even her strongest fighter. But she favored me like a child favors a captive pet. Mizora envied the attention, I suppose. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted.
Okay, and hence a yes, sending Wyll to finish you off. Got it, though. I just got the impression you were like a foot soldier. Sounds like you were actually pretty bloody high up in Zariel's military structure. And yes, potentially, do you think she's still coming?
I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride.
So, okay. She doesn't know, but right. Something to keep half an eye on. If Mizora keeps showing up, potentially, whatever she's planning, it's going to ultimately be, yeah, to Karlach's detriment. Still, that seems to be the main business we've got with everybody tonight, so, yeah. Let's chill out and recover from our various Karlach-related knife-throwing injuries. And more importantly, see if, yes, something's about to happen or not. And okay, on this occasion, no overnight event. Everyone just, gets up, we're all feeling much better, we've got our spell slots back, etc, etc. And yeah, I think we'll keep the composition as it is, because I do want to take a Karlach out. But I feel like, yeah, I don't understand Karlach well enough yet to replace Lae'zel, so Lae'zel and Karlach could stay, and we'll keep a Gale for, yeah, some big hardcore magic. Though what we will do is, yeah, dismiss the current summon, get rid of you, and that is fine. And yeah, maybe bring out something different. Oh, like the ravens say, that did sound good. So yeah, blinding enemies. Blind is a powerful thing. So yeah, today we'll try taking a raven out. Right, and then just cast, yes, the new tiers of protection on Lae'zel, speak to animals on me, and I think we're ready to go. And yeah, I've returned here to the crossroads just outside the Blighted Village. Because I feel like having, turned right originally, then gone straight on into the Blighted Village and looped round a bit, how about, yeah, now we turn our attention down towards the left, into, yeah, the swamp area. Because that's the direction we need to go if we want to track down Karga, or rather investigate her shadow druid connections. A weird cult that appeared to be, yes, kind of militantly anti-human. So yeah, step one, mosey down in this direction and just try and get the lay of the land here. And don't forget to, double back on yourself in case there's some treasure buried somewhere or whatnot. Because, yeah, first up we're just going down towards the river and following it downstream, although there might be more stuff. Hang on. There's got to be something hidden around here somewhere. I don't believe in dead ends that have nothing in them. Okay, or possibly so on this occasion, but I don't trust it. Bare minimum, plenty of lovely supplies. Actually, send all that to camp and no trouble. But yeah, just looking ahead. Once we get down to, yeah, the swampy area over here, we should be going to, yeah, the right sort of place to... Oh, hang on. Hang on. We're failing perception checks right now. Just keep going. Literally everybody just failed a perception check. That's concerning. Because survival is a buried treasure. Perception generally means that something... much worse. So yeah, that's back up to the village up there. Okay, everyone. Slow and cautious, because you guys have just all missed something. So just be careful. There's something around here we simply don't know about, though. Oh, hang on.
Please, we just want Mayrina back.
Okay. two people talking to... Oh! It's Ethel, potions and lotions person, who, yeah, we most recently ran into in Emerald Grove. She had some good stuff on her over there as well, actually. So, okay. Mosey on down. You were just saying you want someone back.
Do you harass every old woman you meet?
Yeah, she definitely doesn't look too dangerous, and we can, like, you know, literally spy on her and see her stats and whatnot. She doesn't look intimidating in the slightest, but... we know there's something dodgy going on, because there was that tiefling who had the potion that paralysed her in town, the one that was locked in that room. So yeah, there's something a little bit weird about you. Let's just mosey down and see what's going on here.
Lads, for the love of all that is holy, I've never clapped eyes on your poor sister.
Drop the act, hag. You was the last to see Mayrina.
Just let her go. Please.
Thank goodness you're here, sweetie. I don't know what's come over these boys.
Stop this. We won't ask again.
And we're failing more checks here. I've just failed an insight, which unfortunately means I don't really know, like, who's telling the truth versus who isn't. So, yeah. Just because she's an older woman in a swamp, she's a hag, lay off the fairy tales. Let's not say that. Let's just say, you know, calm down. For the time being, everything's okay. I just want all of you to explain what's going on, and then I can adjudicate as to, yeah, who's most likely telling the truth.
Careful. Don't trust a word out of her mouth. Our sister went to the hag, and we ain't seen her since.
Hand over heart, I don't know their sister. I will gladly help you all look for her, though.
Enough. Where is she?
I mean, that was a fairly generous offer, really, right there, offering to help track her down as well, so... okay. I feel like they're the ones being a bit on the aggressive side right now, but yeah, without insight, I don't really know. Like, there's something dodgy about her, but I'm not sure if it's dodgy enough to justify just leaving her be and whatnot, so... okay. Ethel, you said you could help me with this whole, you know, tadpole situation. I'm going to back you, but I want you to do me a favour in return, okay?
Sweetie, be careful!
She's with the hag!
Don't bloody stand there gaping. Get her!
Okay, I was kind of hoping we could just, like, talk down the situation with, like, a nice bit of flipping intimidation or something, but no. Bare minimum, though, yeah, what we do have is a good initiative roll. Literally all of us are going before these guys. Oh, and speaking of which, oh dear. They're, level 1 and have, like, 10 hit points and poor wisdom and poor AC. But bare minimum, they're wearing clothes, so right, if we get out for those, then yes, Astarion gets to wear a shirt again, so that'd be good. Still, this is kind of positive for Karlach, because, yeah, if we just activate Giant's Rage right now, that is fine. So you just get angry, and also bigger, which is delightful. That's a bonus action. Yeah, you can now activate Reckless Attack, which is advantage, but everyone's got advantage against you. But if the fight's going to be over before, like, you know, anyone gets to counterattack, then that kind of doesn't matter. So you just get in over here, hammer this guy with a big hammer, and oh, well done, lovely. So yeah, 99% chance to hit. That is sexy right there. So okay, now we just need someone to do a tiny bit of damage, though. Okay, for some reason the light over here is like way cooler and more blue, then it gets way more sunny the moment we go down here. Fascinating. Then we've reached, like, you know, the exact point where the climate and or lighting changes. Now, Lazel, you're up next. And yeah, you've also got ridiculous damage available, so you may as well use one of your dice just to hit this guy. He goes down, no trouble, so... I'm really sorry we killed that person, by the way. I was planning to just intimidate you away with my new ridiculously over-the-top intimidation skills. So okay. At that point, Arya, you just go in, stab that guy, 85%. Even if you miss, we've got a backup, so there we go.
Oh, my stars! I didn't mean for this to happen.
And okay. I'd like to know about Mayrina, because I just helped you and saved you. So please tell me the truth. Do you actually know their sister?
She's their little sister, and she's staying with me. This is all my fault, but I made a promise. Mayrina begged me not to breathe a word if they came looking for her, and my word is my bond. That poor thing will be distraught. We can't let her know, it'd break her poor heart. I'd best get going, but please stop by my house. I'd like to thank you proper.
Now this makes a lot more sense. No, I don't think we've been played for fools actually, Lae'zel. I think actually, yeah, this makes sense. She did know where Mayrina was, which is why they were getting a bit aggressive, but she didn't say because she promised Mayrina she wouldn't. So okay, I'm guessing, yeah, if we go and speak to Mayrina, we might get more of the story there. There might be, yes, all sorts of reasons why Mayrina sought out someone who's an expert at potions out in the swamps and whatnot. So okay, there might be more to Auntie Ethel than I originally thought. Still, bare minimum, we've got, yeah, basic weapons, but unfortunately we can't take the clothes off them, though. Okay. One note, however. A note from Mayrina. Don't get mad, I mean it. I'm only leaving this note so you don't panic and do something stupid. I'm going to the hag. I owe it to Connor to make things right. You know he'd do the same for me. I'll be back soon, so not a word to Mam, okay? She's got enough on her plate, so, yeah. It feels like potentially Ethel is a very good potion maker, but the potions have often got unexpected side effects, like that whole, I was incredibly strong, but my legs were paralysed thing that we heard from the tiefling back in town. And yeah, unfortunately I killed these guys, so I know they won't speak to me with, yeah, speak with Dad. Unfortunate, but what can you do? So right. Mosey down into, yeah, the sunlit wetlands, I think it just said. Let's have a bit of a look-see rounder. Though, oh.
A chill runs up your spine. You feel like you're being watched.
Okay. There's something weird going on. I can, yeah, do an investigation. And I've got, yes, proficiency and expertise there these days. Or alternatively, wild magic and arcana. Let's go in investigation. I think I'm better at that these days, actually. So, yeah, just toss in a little bit of guidance as well, though. Oh! That is a difficult check, but we do have, like, yeah, somewhat decent chance here. I'll give it a go and save my Tides of Chaos for later, so we're lucky. Not on this occasion, no. Right, unfortunate. Though we were pretty close.
The place has a quiet sense of calm. You can't see anything strange.
Right. That was a difficult check. So I failed a perception check going into this area, and now I failed an investigation check, so there's something wrong here, and I don't know what it is at the moment. Take a breather, lovelies. And have a bite to eat on me from, yeah, that was E, right there. So, okay, there's, oh! Juicy apple, but that's not, yeah, camp supplies. That's poison. Okay, I was coming to a more positive appreciation of Ethel there for a second, but, possibly I shouldn't. Like, maybe, oh, hang on, we've got more cocky perception failure going on here. Can somebody...
A trap. This place is more dangerous than I thought.
Spike traps. This place is cooking full of traps. Okay, you know what? We can ask the sheep. The sheep will tell me if there's anything dodgy going on, because I can speak to sheep.
The sheep's voice warbles. You realise it's trying to say bar.
But hang on. It shouldn't be saying bar, because I could speak to it.
Bah!
Curious. Despite your magic, the creature doesn't understand you.
No, it does. It said, It understands me, but it's pretending to be a sheep anyway. What the cock is going on down here? Okay, try animal handling, because there we go, there's that forbidden knowledge. Beautiful. Give that a go. See if we can, like, communicate with this sheep here, and the rolls are not going in my favour today. Right. So basically, yes, I've just walked into a swamp, and there's something wrong here. Like, really cocking wrong. And I don't know what it is. That's positive, isn't it? Still on that cliffhanger, how about we wrap things up there? But next time... Right, we need to go deeper into this mysterious swamp that is blatantly not quite what it seems. So okay, maybe, just a maybe, we'll go and say hello to Auntie Ethel, see if we can, you know, figure out what's going on by speaking to her, and then, beyond that, yes, as I was saying, we need to go and investigate Karlach and the whole Shadow Druid business. So, okay, various mysteries need to be investigated next episode, ladies and gentlemen, so hopefully you're looking forward to that. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been the wonderful Baldur's Gate 3. Thank you very much, and goodbye. So okay, I've been outwitted by a butterfly and beaten up by a fish.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
I didn't steal anything! I'm sorry, I touched the shoes while I was shoe shopping! Okay, I feel like I may have just, walked in on something. What about this person? Can we talk to this person?